Thank you for listening. This is Robin Ray, and here's the next article. And the answer is rubber boots. Hello, friends. I was camping in a state park recently. My goal was to enjoy the outdoors. I was sitting at my campsite one morning, and I heard a noise that sounded like a helicopter as it flies in the sky. So I looked up and I saw these huge crows flying really low. They were flying so low I could hear their wings flapping. It made me smile at the sound. Soon they flew higher and I could not see them anymore, and I enjoyed the peaceful moment. It was nice to absorb the morning sun and watch the birds and see nature wake up with me. The moment of peace was soon disturbed by sounds of crows doing their calls to each other, and then I realized they were in the trees nearby. As I heard them communicate back and forth, it made me wonder, did they ever have trouble communicating like humans do? Shortly after thinking that thought, I heard another sound. It sounded like spraying water. I looked around the campground and I saw a maintenance worker who was cleaning up the bathroom area that was nearby. He was using a hose to clean the area. It was getting time for me to clean up my camp, and I wanted to rinse off a few items, so I walked over to where the maintenance worker was still cleaning, and I headed to the sink. After I rinsed my items off, I saw the maintenance worker was hosing out the last bathroom. Then a thought occurred to me. A real curiosity got the best of me, so I approached the maintenance worker to ask him my question of curiosity. I got closer to him and I asked, "How do you hose out the bathrooms and not get the toilet paper wet?" He looked at me and said one word, "Rubber boots." I processed this for a few seconds and I thought to myself that he must not have heard me, so I moved closer to him and I repeated my question. "How do you hose out the bathrooms without getting the toilet paper all wet?" He looked at me with a little bit of annoyance in his voice and repeated the same word, "Rubber boots." Hearing the tone of annoyance in his voice, I knew he had heard me, and many ideas spun around in my head as I really tried to figure out how rubber boots could keep the toilet paper from getting wet. He watched my face, and then he must have felt some empathy as I struggled to understand. Because he walked over to the bathroom nearest me, he instructed me to watch as he walked into the bathroom with the hose, and he put the hose under the toilet paper holder and hosed around the bottom of the toilet, not getting the toilet paper wet. Now I realized how he did it. I started to laugh. At about the same time, he realized that how his answer must have sounded to me, so he started to laugh too. We both got a really good laugh. And I walked away thinking, wow, we worked really hard through that misunderstanding. It was a satisfying feeling of finishing up the conversation until we got to a final conclusion. I know communication can be hard sometimes, but wouldn't it be nice if all of our conversations ended up with laughter, or at least some empathy and understanding? I hope you and the people you come in contact with are able to work through a conversation until you come to a good conclusion. And until the next time, this is Robin Ray. Have a great day.